Good. Oh!
Oh no! Fresh up, bro. Give me rest. Give me the rest, people.
Okay. Then that's
This is Steve Harvey, and you're now watching the Don't Piss Me Off morning show.
Quite frankly, this is the best morning show I have ever heard. Let's make YouTube great again.
hey everyone.
Hey.
I thought I was just for show you had it, Kellie. You put in the back chat and everything.
I was too slow on this draw.
Yo, man. Welcome to the Don't Piss Me Off morning show. No longer the early morning show, just the morning show. I got my dog Kellie Corinne. Shout out to Black TV and back by popular demand. Once again, y'all give it up for Kim Kai. Kai Kim, what the fuck?
Hi, Kim. It's okay.
That's my dyslexia. Like I back then when I was coming up, dyslexia wasn't a real diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
So I could never get tested for it.
Yeah.
But I promise you, I see numbers backwards. I see words backwards. So I do that a lot. And I didn't understand what that was probably till like 5 years ago. So that's crazy because I'll be looking clean at the number P, me at P, and call it an N. I mean, not an N, a 9.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I see shit backwards, like seriously, like not playing. Like I'm looking at Kai Kim, but when it comes out my mouth, it's gonna say Kim Kai.
Oh wow.
Understandable. I do that too. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's the Mississippi school system. It's
No.
all right.
I ain't gonna put that one on there. Because I still got it back because I call my daughters each other name.
I think that's a parent thing.
I was gonna say, I think all parents do that because my mom does that too.
But that should just be reserved for people with a lot of kids, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can slide with that one, okay?
I think they names just too. It just float. It's like one syllable words to me, and like I just call them whichever one come out first. Like I call Violet Ivy and Ivy Violet, but I never pick up Brick's name though,
right?
Because it's like I don't know. It's just totally different. So whatever, that'll be all right. My dad never called me, so hell. At least I'm calling them. All right, y'all. Welcome to the Don't Piss Me Off morning show. Listen, y'all, and I'm talking in my serious voice. Y'all better go and get on the Don't Piss Me Off page, or I'm gonna beat y'all. Nah, but for real though, go ahead and make the switch to the YouTube, man, because it be so disheartening when I be watching. I'm watching y'all, and then when I cut the water, y'all gone. I don't like that. So y'all go ahead and make the transition to the Don't Piss Me Off morning show page, because that's what it's for. We only live on this page just to let you know, hey, we live, don't miss it, because we know how the notifications is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so come rock with us, man. Like we enjoy having you. We enjoy having you at the house. Okay, let's get into it, bro. Well, first about anything y'all want to talk about, like straight up, because I know a lot been going on in the news and it just crazy takes y'all want to get out right now.
You go first, Kai. I gotta think.
I'm trying to think of it too. There's been a lot going on in social media lately. Like it's been a lot. I have been able to catch up, and I told my friend this yesterday. I was like, it's only Monday. Like, slow down, pause, hold on. You know, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like it could be anything from what's going on in Kellie.
I gotta take.
Yeah, I was about to say
that's
a big thing. I think the other thing that I was kind of a little concerned about was the travel ban that's been dropped.
Where they banned in travel to?
So there's 12 different countries that's been banned. This I think it went into effect yesterday. And I know just for me having, you know, a little bit of the military background, I kind of was like, "Ooh, what about our troops?" That was like my first thought, especially because some of those countries are the ones that a lot of troops are deployed in right now, especially some of my close friends. So I think that was one of the biggest things. I was kind of like, okay, well, are we about to have some type of retaliation with these countries? Because now we got a band, or I don't know.
I can't see how that's like me telling Kels, you can't come over my house, and then Kels starts shooting at me. Like, why would you do that? Because I say you can't come over here. Like, this is my house.
Yeah.
Okay, I pulled it up. It's partial. The entry of people from 7 other countries: Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela is partially restricted. And then the other countries where the latest travel ban is are Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen.
Okay. With that being said, now hearing the list of people who you don't want coming over here right now, would you let ops come to your house, Kai?
Hell no.
Oh shit!
Hell no. And that's the thing. Like, I'm kind of, you know, biased on it. I understand. You know, keep them out. But it was just, you know, countries now that, especially like the whole thing going on with Mexico and the United States, it's just sometimes they just retaliate just to retaliate because they trying to prove a point.
Honestly, bro, this my take. Now, this ain't no political take. This just something I've been thinking forever. If all of the people are keep saying like, you know, let the Mexicans over, how about we just take over Mexico? And then we bring the United States to y'all.
But see, that's too much like right.
See, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like, if all the Mexicans are fleeing to the United States, let's just take over Mexico because they obviously hate it there.
It ain't even just them. It's other, you know, it's people from South,
but see, that's
Central South America too. Like,
yeah, but see, I feel like that's a more, because the majority of the illegal immigrants are coming from the south of the border, which would be Mexico.
Yeah.
So like that'll do it right there. Like, let's just go take over their trap, and then we gonna bring America to them since they hate it so much, and like everybody happy.
51st state. Yeah.
I'm with it.
Look, so speaking of which, I'm because I've seen this riots and all of that going on in California.
Yeah.
My thing. So I saw someone tweet on X. In fact, maybe I could pull it up, but I just feel like this. I would never go to a country I'm not a citizen there and then start some shit. I just think that's crazy. And then to be so entitled. And then when you think about it, and shout out to Nora Christine from the New Party. I don't know if she's watching, but she made a really good observation. She was like, I feel like this is Hispanic supremacy because no, she's a immigrant. She's Jamaican first generation. She's like, she knew personally other people that were immigrants that did not come from, Spanish speaking countries. And she said, it wasn't a whole thing. She said, my uncle was deported, he was Moroccan, and she believes it was because of 9/11. Around that time he got deported. He still broke the law, but she's like, I didn't have any sympathy for him. She's like, no, when it was other people from other countries, and I'm not saying it's all Hispanics. Let me be clear. I'm not saying it's all Hispanics, but I'm just saying, like, when it's other countries, nobody had anything to say, when, like I said, 9/11 came, a lot of Muslims, were deported, so forth and so on.
It makes sense, bro. Like, cause even I'm like that. Like, I got a sub pub, and not to compare that to a war that's going on, but I also got this little parts called public housing. I know for a fact that it's ops in there who is just there to spy. I know there
Mhm.
is.
Mhm.
But until I come under attack, I'm probably won't clean house until then. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to be fair, let you, enjoy free speech, but if certain shit just start getting leaked, okay, now I got to put the borders up and
Mhm.
get you out of there. So like this just a natural thing, cause like, hey, I'm trying to let you kick it and be cool. But if this shit here keep happening, you and you got to be the first one to go. I know what y'all here for.
Right.
In other countries, you can't protest if you're not a citizen. I don't know if people know that, but it's like I recently found that out. Like some countries, you can't protest, you're not a citizen,
Yeah.
which kind of makes sense to me,
Yeah,
Makes sense to me.
everybody everybody don't have freedom of speech. So
Mhm.
yeah. Okay, so
Right.
y'all, let's go ahead and get into the show. That was just little political takes, I guess. Kellie is like a expert in political shit. So we could talk about that, but
No, I'm no.
No.
Too early. Too early. Too
No.
early. Too
Yeah.
early in the day. Even
Yeah.
I need a break sometimes.
Okay.
Uh-uh.
So let's get into it, okay? Let's go ahead with the icebreaker, okay? So Shanice shared this right here. Shout out to the neighborhood talk, as if y'all need our shout out, but shout out to him for doing the work. Shanice said, why does society consider women in their 30s to be old? And I would love to hear what y'all have to say, because I think the majority of age bashing come from women in general. And we got a woman that's under 30 and we got a woman that's over 30. So and with Kels and Kai. So I'd love to hear, how y'all feel and what y'all got to say about that.
Kai, you can go first.
So as I'm approaching 30, I don't consider 30s old. But even like the younger generation now, even with my age, being born in the 90s is considered old to them. I think it's just a generational thing. I think everyone that's, a little bit older than you always are like, oh, child, you old, you old, you old. But they're not really old. It's just, they got a little bit more experience in life on them. So I don't consider people in their 30s old. I don't know why that has always been put in, society, but I don't consider them old. I can't wait to get 30.
Are you saying that because you are now closer to 30? Because not because but
Yeah, I think so.
Hear me out. 30 was never old when 30 was never young until you started to approach 30. Like I see the young chicks and boy, they let y'all have it. They let the older women have it about being 30, about being 30 plus. And then it seems I start to see the shift. The older they become, the younger 30 become. Y'all start saying bullshit like 30 is the new 20. Oh shit! How? Oh, shit. How you just gonna tuck away 10 years? When you was 10, was you still one? Like how you just gonna tuck away 10 whole years? So
I do agree with that. I don't think 30 is the new 20.
30 is not the new 20. Like Chaos.
Okay, so when I was younger, when I was really, really young, when I like teenager, I did think 30 in my brain was all the way an adult. I'm not going to say I thought it was old, but I thought it was all the way an adult. Now, this is what I have come to the realization where I'm at now. And maybe I am biased because I am north of 30. But when I was a kid, people looked older. And I have the photo evidence to show you guys, like they looked older. So that's why I think, some of the I think there is some lingering what do you call it? Lingering sentiment towards that, I guess you should say. Okay, let me mute it. So these are 30-year-old people. Okay, these people were 30 in 1979. This is what 30 looked like. These people looked this is not this is old looking to me. Okay. Like, and if you look throughout, and it'll be Black people too. It'll be, it's, it's not just a white thing. Okay. I thought it was going to show me more people. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. They look old. So that's what I think it is. I think because they looked old, people thought that they were old. But now I think as people look younger, it's looked at differently.
Honestly, bro, like let's be honest, bro. And back then, women wasn't using makeup the way y'all using now.
Oh shit!
Okay.
I always hear this term "black don't crack." Now, if you put cake in between the lines, you can't see the cracks. It's like you feeling it. So I'm seeing a lot of 30+ old women using makeup to stay young for so long, but you're not young. Let's play that.
I'm just showing. Well, he's talking. I don't know what the guy's saying. Let me.
30s look like this today, or like this, or like this. But are we also not going to act like Mickey Rourke wasn't a thing in the 80s? Mel Gibson, Tom Cruise, hell, Michael J. Fox was Timothy Chalamet's age in the 80s. And he looked like he was 15.
No, Michael J.
Richard
Fox
Gere
does look
was a
young.
thing. Al Pacino in the 70s.
He looked
Brad
old.
Pitt in the early 90s. They also happened to pick the one person in Seinfeld that just didn't age that well. And if we're being real, if it wasn't for him
George
balding and the
Costanza
glasses, he doesn't
was
look that
30.
old. A lot of them
He
looking
looks
older
old.
too has to do with the style of the 80s as well. Also, we're going to compare someone that was notably in a sick.
Well, okay. He's tripping. George Costanza looks old right there. He looks old.
He don't look old. He just got a bald head. Most dudes go bald way before 30. The thing is now you have the enhancements.
Gideon looks older too.
Yeah, you can put the black spray on it. Like, literally, I'm not gonna lie. I was going bald at 21. I
believe you. Look at again, Gideon. I think he's only like 22. He's completely bald.
Yeah, so like it just got more enhancements. Like
Mhm.
like I call a woman that's 30+ old because to me, y'all are old. And I'm gonna tell you why. Like women, I know society don't like to acknowledge the fact, but women, y'all get the glow up at like the age of 14 and 15. Y'all glow for a long time, but y'all can't acknowledge y'all glow up legally until 18. And so you got from 18 to 30 to really be in your prime, when your prime was really from 13, 14 on to 30, which was a long fucking run.
Yeah.
So by the time you hit 30, I promise you, because when you around like younger women, they got some, men, you know what I'm talking about, they got something called, it's a glow. It's youthfulness. I be telling the girls all the time, like, cuz you not as bad as you think you is. You just young. You still got your youth. When you turn 27, 28, and your shit starting to fade away, you gonna really see who you is. But at 22, 23, 24, you got your youthfulness. You got a glow about you. You ain't damaged yet. So I was like, man, but it's definitely like, to me, if you 30+ as a woman, you are old. Because, and this is another reason, y'all spend so long at the top.
Top of what?
The top of the mountain.
Oh shit!
Keep in mind, as a girl, y'all are born at the top. Okay, as a man.
About 2K.
Okay, let me explain it to you. As a woman in society, women are placed at the top of the mountain. If you are a man, you have to climb this mountain. Now, this is the job of a woman. You have to maintain being at the top. So anything you do starts to move you down.
I got you.
You fuck a nigga. You gotta come down a little bit. You had a threesome, you got kids, you got to come down a little bit. As a man, you start at the bottom. Anything you do gets you upward progression.
Okay.
So I've been looking up for 30 years and goddamn me. Now I'm 30, you 30, but Why I'm still climbing the mountain. Why you at the middle? What the fuck you was doing up there?
Mm-hmm.
So now you old. I'm not coming back down to goddamn me getting no. Nah, I'm climbing up. I'm going younger and younger because that's what the purity is at.
I don't mind being old. I just want to look good. That's all. That's all that I really care about. I like because it beats the alternative. You know, I'm not going to talk tell my age, but
Okay, not
it
true.
just beats the alternative.
Okay, she said, Carrie Peter said, not true. Women has always been undercut and underpaid.
I know what Carrie means. Yeah, you were talking about like status. Yeah, I know what she's saying as far as like money wise.
I want to say undercut, underpaid. Well, y'all, I think women are underpaid because y'all do severely less work.
No, and that's true. That's why men do get paid more. A study was done. It's because men do certain manual labor jobs, and the wage is related to that. So yeah.
Shit, yeah, like even when we get paid,
I don't want to be fighting fires.
Even when we get paid the same, because I used to work in retail, but when it was time to unload the boxes, it wasn't no females on the schedule that day. Just the dudes. Go unload the truck. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you get what you put out there, cuz. I disagree. I know plenty of women that started looking better as they got older, myself included. Acne had me down bad as a teen. That's some
they're
of y'all
always outliers.
Glow ups.
They're always out. The best I ever looked, Chrissy, was 30 years old. I will die on that hill.
Okay, can I ask this question? Why don't older women help younger women?
Oh, because they're jealous. They typically there's some competitiveness there. Yeah, they're jealous.
I was just about to say it goes back to that youthfulness. Yeah,
women are really like some things I've like recently realized just doing content. Women are really, really competitive. Like I think women are probably more competitive than men. Like really competitive. I've never been competitive, so I never really like noticed it. But when I see it with certain things, yeah, like a woman trying to take another woman's man, all that is competition, ego.
Is it because I'll be competitive with the young bulls, but like I never withhold them from information.
But that's because you're a good person. I'm the same way. Like
when it comes
camera,
to some women, it's like
help her with the streaming. Yeah.
I think when it comes to women, a lot of women don't want to see other women progress, or like we were kind of talking about yesterday, they don't want to see you uphold a higher status than them. So they're like, oh no, because I'll give you an example. You can be on somebody's page and be like, oh girl, that's a cute outfit. Where'd you get that outfit? Oh, I don't know. I'll never do that to people because they didn't make one of the fit. Like, we're not gonna wear it at the same time. So why am I gatekeeping things from you?
Yes, I never knew the wickedness of women until I started listening to my wife, and like she started pointing out little shit. I used to refuse to believe that people thought like that. But like it was clearly in their actions. And like that's why I started listening to women about women, because y'all play a whole nother game.
Oh, you have to.
y'all play a whole nother game. Like you looking at it like you helping her for being her. She really trying to get close to you. And it'll take a woman to tell you that because she is a woman. But I used to, man, you tripping, man. Then she do it like, man, cuz get the fuck out of here. Like it's almost saddening, like, cuz this was what this was about. Yeah, but yeah, the wickedness of women sometimes, bro. Y'all play a different game, G.
Yeah.
And it bothers me because if you are my friend, I told y'all, well, Kai, you wasn't here. I had a friend, and any woman, if you think I'm your man or you treat me like I'm your N-word or a dude, I cut you off because we both broads. You're not gonna play these little games like you will play with a man. You gonna play with me because we could fight. So I ain't got time. But yeah, they will. They do little slick shit, do little stuff. I'll be like, hold on, I ain't your man, I ain't your dude. Get out of here, shorty.
Yeah, I never been that person to play games. Yeah, bro. I don't know, cause it's like discernment for a woman could probably got to be one of the hardest things because as a man, I just didn't know people be moving like that. And like it's
Yeah.
like
It's
these the
definitely-
people your people will warn you about, and you don't know.
Mhm.
Like the first evil person I ever met, bro. Like evil. Like we use that term too light. We know bad people, but you don't know an evil person. I met an evil girl, like who like really told me in my face, like, look, I will tell these people you grape me, and we gonna take it up the chain of command. Like, bro, it was like
It's crazy.
It struck fear in your heart.
Yeah.
Like, cause so you know a lot of bad people, but until you run across somebody that's evil, you will clearly know the difference, bro.
Yeah.
It's an evil person versus a bad person. Crazy.
And I'm gonna tell you, women.
Things. What'd you say, Kai?
But
What'd you say?
I said I'm gonna tell you, women are the most evil human beings in the world.
This is the thing.
Yeah, we
women are
evil.
On a, I think on a whole, they are more diabolical, but they don't have the strength. So so you see more nasty things from men because they actually can carry out diabolical things, you know. But I watch a lot of true crime. In some really horrible cases, there will be a woman in the background, you know, like they're just watching, you know, crazy stuff. But to what you would say at 2K, I remember like years ago, I had a male friend and he would tell me, like how you said Sarah would tell you, you know, how women are. He would tell me certain things about men. Like I wouldn't know if a man was flirting. So I'd be like, is this guy flirting? And I'd show my friend and he's like, oh yeah, he's flirting with you. How do you not know that? And I'm like, I don't know. I just thought he's being friendly or blah, 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 blah. And then I realized, oh, what if I was Big Bertha from down the block, would this guy have as much conversation for me? You know what I mean? Like certain things, you know, the opposite gender will hip you to.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So okay, because this conversation here came up on my time on After Hours. Now, my boy Anton, he be saying some crazy shit, but this kind of some of the shit that I agree with a little bit. If let's say y'all my female friends, okay, do y'all reserve the right to leave him a little pussy on the plate?
What?
Yes.
What you mean?
Say this again. Like, say it again.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on.
Do you think that it's right that your male friend should have a little pussy, like an option, built inside the friendship of some vagina? Not saying that he'll ever use it. Not saying that he gonna tap it in one day. But do you think that it should be an option to give your male best friend some coochie?
Whoa. Hey.
Okay.
Oh shit.
No.
Cause what? No.
Yeah,
no.
Listen.
To me, that looks like you had an alternative motive from the get-go.
They do though.
Cause what?
Not all. I do think some people have. I really don't have any male friends. But I have my best friend. She had a white friend, best buddy at her job, Steve. Steve was probably 50 years old. I genuinely think Steve and Sherry were buddies. So I do think work buddies or whatever. I do think a man and a woman can be some type of work colleagues, but us here on this show, you know. But to answer your question, 2K, I don't think anybody owes anybody anything. I don't think anybody's entitled to anything. I do think most men get friend zoned, but I think some of them, they're fine with it because they could just leave out of the friend zone.
So listen. So this me. Okay, I had to talk Anton out that hole, and this is what I use because I had to. I'm big on understanding. You say he a friend for a reason. Get it, Ashley. Bet. Here we go. So me as your male friend, I get to do everything with you and go through everything with you at the same cliff of a dude who you would have gave some pussy to. Watch this. It's a dude who you will tell all your problems to and he'll give you a shoulder to lean on and you will fuck him. Your boyfriend, you tell him about this, and this. You fuck him. You expect the nigga who you with to protect you. When you out with me, you are protected. You will give, if that was a boyfriend, you will give him some pussy. So as a friend, I'm not saying that I want it, but I'm saying that should always be, hey, like a little emergency pussy. Just for me, just in case I need it. Because essentially I'm doing everything that a dude who, if you was talking to, did these things, you will get him pussy.
I see what you're saying. By that logic, I'm not mad at that. I'm old school. I think people really should only have relationships to who they're married to, if I'm being honest. I know that's unrealistic. I think at the very least, you should be exclusively in a relationship with that person. So any woman that's out here, having casual sex, she might as well have casual sex with her male friend as well.
I'm not saying casual sex. This is strictly emergency cooch. Like, sure. This ain't something you bring up, y'all do annually. This might be a one-time thing over a 20-year friendship.
I think they already probably do.
I was going to say, that typically just happens. Like,
if a nigga been your friend for 20 years, that means he was, in reality, he was floating in between side nigga and boyfriend back and forth. Because y'all ain't like, it ain't like because he your male friend, you don't come to him as a male. He still got the responsibilities, some of the responsibilities that your boyfriend got.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
If you need something fixed on your car and your homeboy fix cars, who you calling? Your homeboy. If that was your man, you would have gave him some pussy for that. So I'm just saying, you need
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the logic.
You need to reserve a little pussy for him just one time. Let's say both of y'all doing a breakup. He just found out his girl was cheating on him and she put him out the house. And he punched the glass. He needs some emergency pussy. I feel like as a good friend, you should provide him with that.
Because it sounds like you talking about like they're pretty close friends.
Yeah.
Because I will say I've had some male friends in my past that weren't gay. I wouldn't call them for nothing because we wasn't tight like that. So with that close dynamic, I can't really argue with that that logic.
But it's just a logical thing. I'm not saying that a good friend wouldn't even take advantage of it or probably use the card. But the option need to be there. Hey, just put a little pussy up for me. Put it in the microwave. put it in the microwave. I'll eat it later. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if y'all want to call in before we get into the topic, 808-498-9156. Do you think your male friend deserve a little pussy put up for him? 808-498-9156. Because I don't see why it isn't like a thing, bro. Y'all give niggas.
I think it's a thing.
I was gonna say it happens. It definitely happens.
I think it's the thing.
I don't know. I think it's just kind of sometimes like the spur of the moment, like you said. Okay, I broke up with my man. You broke up with your woman. Like we might as well. We in a vulnerable state right now.
Hey.
So hey, it happens. It's gonna if it stay between us, it's gonna stay between us. If it happen again, it happen again. It happens. It definitely happens. But I think, like, from my perspective, like my homeboys, like they my homeboys.
They won't even try it.
Yeah, I don't look at they like brothers to me. I don't even look at them like that. And I think they look at me as like a little sister. So it wouldn't even be there.
The longer I know you, The lesser I want to have sex with you. Like I
Right.
see why them niggas was dogging you out, low key. But because it's
Yo.
me that got to coach you through a couple of these situations, and I get to hear the flawed logic of you. And I get to tell you, okay, listen, this one is woo, 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 woo. So you become less attractive right here.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know your flaws. I'm just not the
Right.
nigga going through them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then just a straight out deal breaker, a chick ever feel so comfortable like to pass gas or tell you she's shitty or something like that.
Yeah.
It's donezo. I never
Yeah.
use that card.
We
Yeah,
talked
so-
about that on the show. I don't do that even whoever I was with. I believe in
Ugh.
boundaries.
You fought around me because the relationship good at over.
Hey.
So wait a minute. You telling me Sarah ain't never farted around? you?
Never. We've been with each other for 12 plus years. Never, ever. Don't
Yeah.
duke it around me or nothing. Hold on. Spaces, what to do, bro?
Man, give that man that tuna box, man.
Man,
Not
look,
the tuna.
give him that pussy in the pot, man. The crock pot
Why
pussy.
y'all holding off? Y'all, a lot of women out here give it to a man that they just met at the club the night that they meet him. Why won't you give it to a man that's there for you, that give you a shoulder to cry on? Come on, man. Stop playing.
But okay, so as a friend, how often should that? And I feel like that option should come with a time limit, bro. Like you have to cross a 5 to 7 year threshold before that's even an option.
I agree with that.
Yeah, because
I
you
agree
will
with that,
have
man.
niggas out here being friends with women just to, just for hopes of, you know what I'm saying?
Just to, yeah, absolutely. And it's no surprise that men are approaching women with the idea of wanting to have sex. That's when men approach women. Men are looking from a physical standpoint. They're not looking at them and say, "Man, I'm approaching you because you could be my best friend." No, they're approaching from a physical standpoint, of physical attraction. And if that man is doing stuff for you, just like you explained, if he's helping you out with your car, if he's helping you out with certain things around your house, or helping you get to this point in life, why not at least not necessarily actually do it,
but have them for
present the
consideration.
idea. But say, yeah, if the situation was right, we might be able to do something.
Yeah, that's right, bro. Talk your shit, dog. All right, bro.
All right, bro.
All right. Okay. So, Kels, you want me to roll into the first top, or you got it?
I will do the first topic, sure. Okay. So, as the headline of the show is, you guys, this was some crazy friggin' stuff that happened. I think it was Sunday in Las Vegas. So let me pull it up and I will do my commentary at the same time. Okay. Let's see. At
This is the PR moment. We all laugh.
Okay. So,
but mental illness is real.
Why is it going away? It doesn't matter. I'll tell the story. So this is what happened.
Wait. Try one more time, Kels.
Okay. Add to the stage.
Let's see. This guy is
I know what. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so these are the players involved. You have all the way the Hispanic guy, that is Sin City Manny. The black guy in the middle, that's Finney the Legend, and to the right is Finney's wife. Let me pause it. Is Finney's wife Bubbly. Now this is what happened, you guys. Okay, Sin City Manny and Finney the Legend, they're both YouTube creators, okay? And I'll show you guys their channel in a second. They had beef, okay? They had real online beef. Well, they had online, and it took it to real life. What happened on Sunday evening was Sin City Manny went looking for Finney and Bubbly because he heard they were in town, went cruising around looking for them, and unalived them on the Las Vegas Strip. Okay, now Sin City, prior to this exchange, Sin City Manny had pepper sprayed Bubbly on Fremont. Okay, that's the black guy's wife. I don't know where Fremont is, but this has happened prior to this exchange. Now, after this, Manny escalated the situation. He was calling Bubbly's job. It was a mess. Okay, and then they got into another altercation, and Manny pepper sprayed Finney. Okay. Then they started striking each other's channels. Okay. So that's the lead up to what transpired. Now, this isn't going to show the unalivement, obviously, because we don't want to get in trouble, but y'all see.
It ain't show
So
the
this is the
gunshots.
channel. What was that?
It ain't show the gunshots.
No, they're not. No, they didn't show it.
Okay.
I mean, you can find it, but I didn't.
Yeah, no,
want
I
to
seen it, but
yeah.
Okay.
So as you can see here, Finney the Legend, he was a smaller content creator. I want to say probably about 3,000 subscribers. I think it got his subscriber during this, because of this, I think it increased. And then you got Sin City Manny. Now, Sin City Manny, his channel's gone, but he had 46.5 subscribers. So he was the larger content creator of the two.
And Finney was striking Sin page.
They both had striked each other's pages, but yeah, they had struck and now that'll play in a second. They had struck each other's pages. Now, Sin City Manny had 2 strikes.
Because we all laugh and joke. This is a PR. This is a PR moment. We all laugh and joke, but mental illness is real, and we can clearly see this guy is mentally ill. So one thing about it, that's why I want to put it on y'all too. If he give us another strike and I got 3, y'all know that channel mean everything to him. He don't got no outside friends, nothing. I don't think I could do it in my heart. And I'm saying this on live so he can hear it too. Shout out LDT. But I don't think I can take his channel from him, man, because I think he's so close to going in the closet, man. And he's so close, man.
Fuck that. You know what the first thing I asked you, did you give him a strike? Fuck that. Nigga. You swing at me, we swinging back twice. Boot him to
But it all came to
Jerome. I'm out here searching for my baby. The fuck? I went through every fucking casino there is.
So he's looking for him. He's looking for Bubbly and Finney in this video.
I heard there's one of my biggest fans here in fucking town. I'm dying to see him. I'm fucking dying to see him. What are we doing? Fuel bar tonight? Is that what we're doing? I'll fucking be there. I'll fucking be there. Better fucking believe it. You come to my city and think I'm not gonna show up? You fucking think I'm not gonna show up? I should have been the first one to be told. Right? Somebody should have sent me my invite. Mr. Marcus. That's right.
He's crazy.
Outside. We're doing fuel bar tonight? I'm fucking there, homie.
Like, you had 46,000 subscribers.
Is that a lot?
I think that's a lot. That's a lot to me.
Fucking low.
You have, that's about how much you have. You have a lot.
Wherever you go, I will be there. Oh man, come on. I have to say hi to my biggest fan. You know?
That's just nuts that he's really recording this and going to find this man.
Yes. 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 Like he one thing I will say, he bought that life. So
that shit, I jumped out of my fucking bed.
Let me
I
see.
don't think.
Go. Yeah, it's he just keeps going. I can remove it, but he did turn himself in after the altercation. You know, so he is in police custody. But yeah, y'all get, you know, y'all can go ahead. I just thought this was crazy. It's. I will say this, as a content creator, I do take that strike stuff seriously. Me personally, and I've said this again, you know, mentioning Nora again to my girlfriend Nora, you really have to do something. You really have to take my whole content or something for me to copyright strike you. Like, because I know how serious it is. So I understand the seriousness of it. But we saw Finney the Legend. He said, you know, I don't think I could live with myself, you know, blah, 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 blah. And you was flicking. I'm not victim blaming him on this. Let me be clear. but he was like clearly deranged, and you knew he was deranged, you know, and it just is an unfortunate situation. I don't, clearly it's not that serious, but people do take that copyright strike stuff serious.
What?
But yeah, y'all go ahead.
I would love to hear from 2K because you got all the ops in the city.
See, that's the thing, bro. Like, oh shit, that's why I kind of hit close to home, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, y'all, bro. I ain't trying to say like I'm on like another level, but
no, you are.
You don't know what it come with until you in that seat. It's so much shit you got to worry about, like.
And you have multiple platforms. You have like a lot of people on multiple. You know, we talk about YouTube, but you got Facebook, other media platforms too.
When you be out with your family, bro, and somebody be like, "Oh, you 2K, let me get a picture, bro." It's the scariest shit in the world because you only got really 5 seconds to try to see if this a good person or somebody try to harm you while you with your family, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, I done been in these predicaments where I got my kids with me. Hey man, you that nigga 2K, ain't it, bro? And you don't know how to take that right off.
Yeah.
So you got to put your kids down, like, yeah. He like, oh, what up with it, bro? You know, woo. And I ain't really had like no bad experiences with like a nigga I had to, you know, get into some. But I, you know, the internet beef, people with mental illness, bro. I currently going through it right now. And
wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Because you sleeping at night, you good, and then you got a motherfucker who live, breathe, sleep, and eat you.
Yes.
They want you gone.
Yes. It's so scary. I mean, look, I'm a loss for words. It's really, that freaks me out when.
Hello, we got a call.
Yeah,
hello.
Yeah, go ahead, take the call. Yeah, it's scary.
Bro.
You on your shit?
Yeah, I'm on the show right now, bro.
Oh, hit me back.
I bet.
Yeah, I think it's scary. Like, just even in day-to-day life, I remember just being younger, and Kai, you probably was like this. You may hear, you know, oh, so-and-so said this about you, blah, blah, blah. I remember thinking, oh, they shouldn't even be thinking about me. Why are you thinking about me? I'm not thinking about you. Like, it freaks me out. And this was before you know, I was even on YouTube or whatever. Like, freaks me out.
Right.
And then, like, in their case, like, y'all, it's so little that the police is willing to do. It's like,
yes.
It's literally like this. I promise to God. The police would rather you be calling them about the murder that you just committed versus calling you about the preventions of you trying to stop the murder.
Yes.
It's like, they weren't doing me like no favors at all.
They don't have many laws on the books with pertaining to stalking. I saw a documentary on it.
Yeah,
it's
so
really
like,
scary.
It gets bad, bro. But when it's something like that, and you got to know, this is why I never advocate for nobody taking nobody pages, because you taking folks' livelihood.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said somebody would have really had to do something to me for me to go that route. Like, you had to take all my content. It had to be something serious because, like you said, it's their livelihood.
People be looking at it like, oh man, that's just internet shit. Like, now,
this is how some people make their money, their income.
Yeah, bro. Niggas
like, that's how they live. Yeah.
And I think that guy, Sin City Manny, I believe Finney. I believe when he said he doesn't have many friends outside of this, that channels his whole life. I believe that, because some people that, you know, they're,
because for you to run down somebody that you yeah, for you to run down somebody you barely even know, like, what have you done to people that you actually grew up with, went to school with? Yeah, that's crazy.
Now what Cuz said, he said, so is that a bad person or an evil person? That's a bad person, bro. That's not evil. I don't think that his intentions were to kill dude. I just think that shit escalated. It probably wasn't gonna go how he thought it was gonna go, and he went to the next best option to shoot the nigga.
See, I disagree. I think his intentions were, I think it was first degree. I think he purposely brought that gun, purposely was looking or running. I think it was intentional. My personal opinion. I think when he got in the car, he intended to gun down those people.
I don't know. It'd be
we'll
hard
never
to
know.
tell. Because anytime like I get into an altercation with a dude, my first scenario is to get him a severe case of the beats. And if it escalate past that, or I think it's gonna escalate, that's when we get all this other stuff involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I think
I'm not
soft though. I think he know. I don't think he wanted to fight.
Yeah, because he pepper sprayed the wife, correct?
Right. He pepper sprayed both of them before.
Mm.
Yeah, he's and everybody not a fighter, you know. And he took, because I always say, you take that thing out, you got to use it. He did use it, which is terrible. But he sure did.
That's crazy.
Tisha said Tisha would choose. She said, I think he meant to kill Jim. The wife was collateral because she was who recognized him.
Yeah.
No one knew.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Oh, snap. And it's crazy. Like the first thing she did when her husband got shot was she picked up the phone.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That was crazy. Like her husband was getting his ass popped, and she picked up that phone. I didn't know he had killed her too, though.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of which, so are you familiar with EDP 2K?
EDP?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Okay, it doesn't matter. EDP was a content creator. And I know you're not familiar, Kai. That's why I didn't ask you. He was a content creator. He was really big on YouTube.
Hold on.
We gotta call it Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Before you get into it, yo, what to do, bro?
Yo, I was thinking about this, right? So I've been listening to Anton since 2020. I think 2020 or 2021, one of those. And a year or two later, I heard about somebody that was hating on him, so I went to listen, because I listen to both sides of any argument, unless it's just absolutely ridiculous. And his arguments were absolutely ridiculous, so I just wrote them off, never heard of him again. Bro, I tell you, maybe a month and a half ago now, this same dude is still hating on Anton, bro.
Bro, I got one like that too.
He probably don't. Yeah, he don't like him.
Nah, I got a stalker just like that, bro. It's easily like hands down some of the scariest shit ever, bro. Cause like it ain't like these niggas don't got kids, they got family, they got bills, but they dedicate a huge chunk of their day to you. It's scary, bro.
This is like an 8-hour live stream, just arguing against Anton. I'm like, I didn't know who it was, because I went on his panel, and I didn't know who he was before I went on the panel. And I went afterwards, and I saw that he was somebody called his name in the background or whatever. I'm like, what? You haven't grown yet, bro?
Bro.
He's obsessed.
That is scary, because you just don't know who has what kind of intentions, man.
Yeah, when somebody that invested on your failure and downfall, bro, like, go and get that paperwork in order, bro.
Yes.
Is that love at that point, bro? Like, you're just obsessed.
Listen,
it's an obsession.
It's definitely an obsession. But this the crazy part about it, though. You can embrace it, and you can embrace him, and he'll become probably one of your most loyal workers. Right. Like, if you were like, but the nigga so mentally off, you don't. I don't want nobody to be like that for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even trust it.
Right.
Yeah, like, bro, a lot of that shit. If Anton were to go up to that dude, bro, and just embrace him, man, that man, bro, do jumping jack. Because when they say it's
his head will explode.
Love and flatteration and goddamn me, bro, that's all they be wanting, bro. They be wanting your approval.
That's facts. But yeah, that just reminded me of that, because somebody hating so bad that you're willing to do all that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, bro. Okay, you were telling us about EDP?
Okay, yeah. So EDP was this really fat. He really fat content creator. He was like a super fan, a Eagles super fan. I think he would do gaming, things like this. But nevertheless, EDP, it came out. He was in a sting trying to talk to a little girl, like I want to say 16-year-old or 15-year-old or something like that.
Mm.
It got out, ruined his, YouTube career. His channel got taken away. And then he went to transition to do other things. He was a Uber driver. Then people found out he was an Uber driver, contacted Uber. He couldn't do the Uber job. Whatever job he got, they would get him fired from it. Now, this is where maybe I'm tripping. Okay. I don't know. But I feel like what he did was wrong. It's disgusting. It's deplorable.
Right.
All the things. And it reminded me of Lynn. I still just think a person has the right to work. You know what I'm saying? Like if the guy, he has his, he had YouTube, was making money from that. Y'all took away the YouTube career. Okay. And now he's driving Uber. Well, maybe not Uber because you are encountered with kids, but he's working at a local deli. I'm just making something, whatever. Working at a store. I think to constantly try to get a person fired after they've paid their debt to society, and maybe this is me being too soft, I just feel like that's extreme. Like let the person work.
It is.
Okay.
No, you're not tripping.
PDF files. I hate PDF files, but I was like,
because it tell you, I think it's 36. What is it, 36 laws of power, some shit like that. It tell you about overkilling.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just talking about this yesterday. It's crazy, and it was about Lynn because people been calling Lynn job trying to get him fired.
Yeah, I think that's too much.
I say, hey, if y'all get Lynn fired, now y'all got a unregistered sex offender back on the streets with nothing to do. Like, pick your poison. I know you don't like him, but you don't have to do what you're doing. Like, the more he at work, that's 8 to 12 hours that kids are safe. Pick your poison, bro.
That's true.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. They PDF, don't ever forget it.
Yeah.
But if they trying to work, let them go be occupied, nigga, for 8 hours. Maybe he'll come home and sleep the rest of the you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been telling
and it's not like they working with school with kids or something. It was working with kids, I can see it. But if it's not working with kids,
don't block pages. Don't strike nobody pages. Don't call and report their job. Y'all, no, don't do that.
I will block you, and this is why I will block you. And you're a man, so you may not get it. It's a safety thing. If I see you having too much, to say obsession with me, that freaks me out. I will block.
I mean, not block. The word I want to use is report. Like,
oh yeah, I don't do that. Yeah,
don't report the pages and get them taken off. Yeah, because like y'all, I know that social media shit is social media to y'all, but these are people careers. And a dude like Sin City, he probably couldn't get a job doing lifting boxes or having communication skills. This probably was the only time he was finally able to provide for a family.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you take that away from him, that would put you on the edge, cuz not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Y'all, bro, you will never know what it's like. I promise. To wake up and your number one source of income is gone. Like, bro, the heart literally falls through your. Hey, I remember the first time Facebook ever did it to me, bro. I went from making like literally 12 to 18,000 a month.
Wow.
And now my page is
gone.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Like, cuz the average person, bro, you got to sit down and cry about what the fuck happened. Everybody don't have the ability to bounce back off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So she like, cuz you had, I'll never forget, cuz like, it was just like, what the fuck going on right now?
Mm-hmm.
But before I had go create another page, nigga. Rent still due next month.
Right, exactly.
Nigga ain't had time to sit down and think about it, bro.
I still gotta feed my kids,
bro.
Exactly.
But everybody ain't gonna do that. Everybody gonna who I think it was.
Yeah.
And
yes, that's why I like him going looking for them, doing all that. I felt like that was too much, but I understood the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like I understood because I'm like, it probably took him. He probably earned every single one of them subscribers.
Yeah, it's YouTube.
You know, like I get the crash out.
20,000 YouTube subscribers is 10,000 YouTube subscribers.
That's a lot.
They like Facebook or TikTok, where you just that shit easy to pick up 10 on motherfucking YouTube, bro. It might take somebody 3 years to do that. It's hard work on YouTube.
Yes,
you compete with the world.
Yep.
When you on Facebook, you competing with your community and people who know you in real life. TikTok, they just give people follow. Like, but on YouTube
and X.
X make you work for them motherfuckers too.
Yeah, X gonna make you work.
Yeah, X make you work for them. That shit hard work.
It is. It really is. Like it really is.
I sympathize with both people. Of course, I'm not advocating for nobody to lose their life.
Of course, right.
But damn, I'm not advocating for nobody to lose their money neither. So I ain't gonna say that I agree with it, but I do understand.
I understand. That's where I was at. He took it too far. I understand the crash out. I even understand the retribution. I'm not the best Christian. I understand the retribution, but he went.
You went a little too far.
He went too far. Too far.
Hey, I like this. I like this question by Big Happy. He say, "What does a lot of subscribers start at?" Okay,
500 that ain't chicken feed. When I got 500 on my second channel, that was a big deal.
Listen, okay, let's go from YouTube. I'm gonna ask for all three of y'all opinion. Well, first let's go to Facebook. What is a lot of subscribers on Facebook? Kellie.
I don't really. Okay, I really don't know Facebook like that. So to me, anybody that has, I would say, 5,000 followers, I think that I think that I would call them a content creator. I would give them that moniker.
What about you, Kellie? Me, I got kids, Kai.
Well, I'm just getting started. So for me, my little subscribers I got yesterday off of the morning show was happy. Kudos to me.
No, you talking about Facebook.
On Facebook.
Facebook. I think about 1,000. Because I have
that's a lot of subscribers.
No, that's not a lot. Because I already got a friends.
I'm little. Tukay. You got to think. I'm just starting off. So
you got 5,000 friends on Facebook.
That's what I said. You can get 5,000 friends.
Okay. So maybe what? Maybe about 10. I'll say about 10K.
Okay, I'm saying 15. On Facebook, a lot of subscribers is, I want to say 40,000.
Wow.
Okay. I know a bunch of people with literally 20,000. Like a bunch of people. I got 20, 25. I don't have a lot yet. I used to have 100,000 that page got took, but whatever. On TikTok, what's a lot of subscribers?
Oh, TikTok. My opinion, I think I would say if you have 15, you doing something. I have 40, and I worked. It wasn't. I worked to get 40. I'm not gonna say it wasn't the hardest work, but it took me. I think I got 40,000 in 6 months, which was phenomenal.
What about you, Kai?
That's hard. I'm gonna say, I'm with Kellie. If you like 20 plus, I think that's a lot of subscribers. 20,000.
Respectable. I would say that's respectable.
And YouTube, a lot of be 10 to me.
To me too.
10 and up. But okay, so I asked y'all that because y'all are sitting on cheat codes. I know a bunch of women who just take off their clothes or show a little to nothing, and they get, you know what I'm saying? They get subscribers, they get followers. Like, so is a woman 20,000 looked at as a man's 20,000? Because I look at a man with 20,000.
I think it depends on the content for both parties involved. I think with a man, I think certain men, if you're talking about certain things, you're gonna get more people following you. Just like with women.
I almost always have to double the number when it's a woman, and like a super attractive woman too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause you will get a follower just for being cute.
Right.
You know, we see like a bunch of people with like 100,000 followers. She ain't got no but an ass and a cute face. No content on this bitch, just 100,000 followers. She just show a little ass cheek every now and then. So when I look at the following, women make me look at the influence. Okay, does she have influence? Because in a woman, like just being beautiful will get you these followers that you want. So like that, I always be. How do a woman see a man with 20,000 followers?
On like let's say
let's go Instagram.
It's okay on Instagram. You have 20,000. I'm gonna think you're very popular, and I typically don't really like popular fellas. I'm not
okay. Do you look at it
even though I have I don't have that many on Instagram, but a gentleman could say that about me.
Do you look at it like, oh, because he a man with 20,000 followers, he had to actually work for him, so he got to be popular, or he just got 20,000 followers?
I think he worked for the 20,000. I think he did. Whatever. When I say work, you put content out some kind of way to get them 20,000.
Okay, cool. Okay, either he popular, either he powerful, popular, or simping. Oh shit! Oh, that's a good one. And I'm glad you used that word because a lot of women never use that word, Shantae. And that word is powerful. Women never express that how much they like powerful men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why don't y'all ever like you ask a woman, what do you like about a man? They never say, I like a powerful man. Y'all never
and
ever
they do. They 100% do.
Yeah,
100%.
Bro, it was the chick that had told me about a powerful man, and it just made me look at it different because that was the first time I have ever heard a woman say it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I know that they like a bossed up ass nigga, but she said powerful.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
That's
it's very impressive.
That's crazy. Yeah, okay. All right, I got one. We got 24 minutes on the shot clock. Let's see. We're gonna rock out with this one because I done had this one in the lineup for 2 days. Here you go. Let's go ahead and empty the clip on this. I don't even remember what this was about, but we for the find out. Okay. And women, I don't know if y'all know. I'm not no skinatologist or whatever y'all call that shit.
Dermatologist?
Dermatologist? I think you're talking about an esthetician.
Okay.
Or a dermatologist.
A dermatologist?
Maybe he's talking about a dermatologist.
Okay.
Look, I don't know if y'all know, but the makeup y'all be putting on y'all skin is the reason why y'all be putting makeup on y'all skin.
We know that.
Mm-hmm.
That makeup be fucking y'all shit up, and now you got to wear makeup because the makeup fuck your shit up.
Sometimes people will have, it's an internal problem though. They can have a hormonal imbalance, poor diet. But yes, you're not wrong, Tukay.
Okay, so let's get into this. This ain't what this about. I'm just seeing them 3 bumps that she got caked up.
He found out I was pregnant and I was keeping it. He was not the same. So that switch up, I was just like, you know what? Let me do what I can to just stay in this relationship and try to make it work so that this child can say, at least, you know, I have my mother and my father in my life. And that's when I went down that path of understanding that this is actually not going to work out because I'm basically a single mom, but I got to deal with this guy too. We're arguing and, you know, there was so many things going on that I was like, what is your function here? While that could hurt someone's feelings, when you're under all of that pressure and you're making money and you got your own stuff going on and this person is just very stagnant and not really doing anything with themselves for real, you start to wonder like, okay, you're belittling me. You have things to say about how I handle things, but you're not really helping. So why are you here? You're just here to like sit back with your feet up, watch me, and then berate me every chance that you get to what? Make yourself feel good or what? Like, I'm not going to have my son grow up seeing that. The second that he found out I was pregnant and I was keeping it, he was not the same. So,
okay, that's a big one because I struggle with that too. The minute you find out your girl is pregnant, the dude changes, and I'm here to ask why. me as a man, I do not know why that. Well, I kind of think I do, but it's a flip that gets switched. It's a switch that gets flipped. That's the dyslexia. That happens when y'all tell us immediately that y'all pregnant. Do y'all want to guess why?
I think with the guy in this situation, him being disappointed or being upset, I think he did not like her. I think he did not like her very much. I think he didn't want to have any ties towards her. Because me personally, I have never met a guy that just straight up said he never, that like just in passing saying he didn't want to have kids. I've never, you know what I'm saying? So I think I've heard women say it. I haven't heard men say that too much. So I think the fact that this dude was, he switched up 100%. He did not want to be tied to her for 18 years. In my opinion would be, well, you should have wore a condom. That was stupid. I don't know why people don't act like they don't know where babies come from. So that's one. And I think if a guy is excited or they switch up, they could be apprehensive. They could be nervous because they know, okay, it's time for me to, step my game up. I'm about to be a father, so forth and so on. And that is understandable. I could see somebody, taking off the kid glove, or not taking off, growing up, quickly, having some apprehension about being a dad.
Yeah, man, like, I remember Sarah telling me she was pregnant, bro, and like the way I acted. I think now looking back on it, bro, I was just scared, bro.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I was scared, bro. Like it was so it's scary because first of all, now I have the hope that you can make the choice that's going to be best for us. And as a man, I'm so used to being in control. So you decide on whether you're gonna keep the baby or you don't want the baby. All of the options are completely out of my ball court. The ball is in your court, and cause it was just like real talk. G, it was scary, and like the way I acted was even scary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's understandable because now you're responsible for a whole other person besides you. Actually, two people.
You responsible for that.
Three.
That woman
her,
too.
Yeah, her, the baby, and yourself. Yeah,
and yourself. And like,
I get it.
So yeah, cause like I don't know. I think it should be a way that women tell niggas they pregnant. Y'all just can't be putting it on us how y'all been doing it. Because the minute I show you that I'm scared, it's almost like my next move is going to be based off of your reaction. If you tell me some shit like, well, you don't got to take care of it. Like you kind of giving me that cop out. If you be like, well, nigga, it's time to man up. We having this baby. But now you instilling confidence in me that you believe in me that we can do this. So like, bruh, this will never not be scary words. I'm pregnant. I'm fixed, and that shit still scare me.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like you say, it's a fear thing, and then a lot of times, like men don't allow themselves to express their emotions either. So in the moment, it's just like fight or flight. Like you don't know what to do. And from a woman's perspective, you're emotional at the time. Like I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm nervous too. So it's just we're kind of battling each other instead of coming together and trying to, work this thing out.
To me, that's one of the rare times that all the emotion jump out of you. Like it's hard to hide. Like, gee, I'm telling you, man, I remember sliding down that wall, bro. Like, man, cuz, bro, it was devastating. And it was just like uncertainty on how I'm gonna do it. Like, wait, what the fuck? It's like, cuz it's kind of like
it's all on you. It's all on you.
That's what it feel like. Yeah. Yeah, it's what it feel like, G. Why bring a child into this world if A, you are not married, B, The guy has expressed he doesn't want it. That's beyond selfish. Okay, I'm not worried about A. But B is a big thing with me. B is a big thing. A, I think the minute you are in a serious relationship, you have already married that person, because anything that you could do when you were single, you can no longer do. You have already made that commitment to that woman. You just ain't gave her the ring. But B, it hit a little different, because some dudes will scream to the top of their lungs that they not ready, and then you have the baby, and they not ready.
But you know why I have no sympathy for them? Because if you're not ready, you could have took precautions, and let me be clear, I don't like that my body, my choice stuff. I'm very pro-life, the whole bit. But as a man, you cannot force a woman to terminate a baby. Honestly, you shouldn't want to. You shouldn't want to have that on your conscience, because you're talking about killing a baby. Okay, so that's my opinion on that. So as a man, you need to take precautions so you're not put in that situation. I have no sympathy. And as far as selfish, I think it's really selfish to, I just think it's selfish to pressure someone to kill a baby when you could have took your own precautions, because there's plenty of dudes out here that don't have any kids. Most don't.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm good with a little murder. No, I'm serious, because, like, okay, Kels, would you rather be put out your misery or forced to suffer a long traumatic death?
I would not want to take a long traumatic death.
Okay. That's kind of the situations that we are bringing kids into.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You know how I know people that are adopted. I've never heard any of them say that they wish that their mom terminated them. I've never heard them say that. My opinion, let me be clear. I understand why some women unalive their babies. They may not have the support system. They may be young. I understand it. I still say it's wrong, because you ended a life when you could have had that child and gave it up for adoption. Because at the end of the day, you took a life. And I'm also pro. I'm not for the death penalty either. I feel like the only person that has the authority to end life is the Lord. So
okay,
for that, I get what you're saying, Tukay, because you're like, oh, they're going to be born into poverty, blah 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 blah. Give the child up. If we didn't have abortion and people could give their children up for adoption, I think it'd be much easier to adopt a baby. That's we'll never know.
Like, you still not guaranteeing them a good life. Matter of fact, if you spent your whole life in the foster care system, that wasn't a good life.
But you're not God, though. Like when I say that, I mean nobody guarantees anybody to have a good life. You'll never know.
But see, listen. But there are guarantees that your life could be possibly bad. And I can't say guaranteed. Then say,
and it could be great. How many people are born into poverty and they figure out a way and they make it. They make something shake.
That's all you doing. You are survive. Like, imagine making some shake your whole life. Like some shake. Listen, I'm a some shaking ass nigga. Bruh, that is not, you don't want to be making some shake your whole life. You want to be making something up on some situational shit. Like, but making some, man, bro, y'all, man, cause sometimes, bro, like, I'm not gonna say I wanted to be dead or I'm glad my mama had me. Hold on, bro. What I'm saying is, like, had given me the option. You have showed me when I was a baby that this was gonna be the outcome. Yeah. No, I ain't coming here. No,
what you're describing is child sacrifice, though. You're sacrificing that child to mold it to ball so you will have a better life. It's child sacrifice.
But see, children in the word sacrifice really shouldn't be in the same sentence.
Well, that's what you're doing. If you unalive the baby, because you can't take care. And I understand why people do it. You know, I'm not condemning. Well, I am condemning the action, but I'm not condemning the person. I get why people do it, but at the end of the day, you unalive that child so you can live your life. That's literally child
I'm
sacrifice.
unaliving the child so he don't have to live this life.
Child sacrifice.
It's not no. The sacrifices that I'm talking about is when the child comes out and his whole life is a sacrifice. You got to sacrifice this to get that. You got to sacrifice this for that. You got to sacrifice this for that. I
still think they'd rather be alive.
Questionable. Okay, we got to call him. Hello. Yo.
So one of the major reasons why men switch up after finding out that the woman that his or whoever it is that he got pregnant is because he's realizing the fault in his actions.
That too. Yeah, fact.
He's realizing that now he gave all of his power over into the woman, and he could potentially be put on child support and the rest of his life be made miserable because he couldn't buy a $10 pack of condoms.
Well, see, man, bro, you know, I think condoms aren't for sex, bro. Like, cuz you laugh, but they're not. Like, condoms is a relatively new thing, and sex sucks with condom. Like, I don't think that it's a good alternative, bro.
Well, there are before, during, and after measures to baby prevention.
Yeah,
he could be on birth control. He could put on the condom. He can pull out. There's a plan B, and then there's the deletion. There are multiple different options of baby prevention. So if y'all didn't take none of them, that baby deserves to be here.
Yeah. Okay.
Agreed.
Okay. Listen, I'm with the faster they can roll out their birth control for males. You're gonna see condoms go completely out of business, bro.
But yeah, I feel you. I just think when it comes to that, the not having a baby is more important than the experience.
Okay. All right, cool. All right then, bro. All right. Yeah, but condoms were not meant for sex. Listen, bro, you put rubber on your fucking hands when you taking out the trash. Do you consider your coochie to be a trash bag? Like, yes.
Please explain.
You can compare a condom to a trash
bag.
It's okay. Goddamn me. When you finna do something nasty, first thing you do is you put rubber gloves on, because this shit finna get nasty. I wouldn't necessarily look at sex as something that I need a trash bag on my dick for. Like, it's not that nasty. It's unnatural. It don't feel good. It probably feel good to you, but here I'm just wasting up all my stroke power. I can't even feel this shit.
Well, here's the thing, Tukay. A lot of people cannot control their urges. They live like heathens, and they want to have sex with multiple people, multiple partners. So I think they got to do that so they don't, catch the bug.
I ain't gonna lie. Some of the nastiest shit I have ever done, and I don't know why I'm telling y'all this.
You don't have to share.
No, I don't share. We here. We here at this point. We here.
I need to know.
Y'all gonna look at me sideways when I tell y'all this. But hey, some of the crazy shit I ever did when I was in high school, I reused the condom.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And that's why we have STDs now. That's nasty.
Was it the same? But it was
with the same chick?
person.
No, they're different people.
Oh my! Why would you do that? That was, you know what? That was great.
Worse.
That was great. That was great.
Please,
That was an unintentional.
Please tell the class.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. That.
Please tell the rest. What's worse?
Okay.
I'm so disappointed in you. Go ahead. We in. You got to see it through. Go ahead.
Yep.
No, it was just okay. this was my best night ever. I had three appointments lined up. And usually a dude we set up appointments by the threes, but it's rarely all three of them come through. Mm-hmm. God damn it, the first two chicks I ain't trust. So this was a night that all three came through, and it is perfect. Y'all, the night was so crazy. If I were to give this story a title, it's called A Condom and a Bike. I had one condom, one bike, and 3 missions. And so I never took the condom off. I rolled over there with the condom still on the bike. And after that, like, I trusted the third girl enough to take the condom out. So like it was 3 condoms in the bike. I mean, 1 condom and 1 bike. Like it was.
Why didn't you get more?
Huh?
If you set this plan up, why didn't you just? Why didn't you have a 3-pack? This is what I'm okay.
I don't even know the thinking that I was on. I just knew I had 3 missions. The first 2 chicks weren't really trustworthy. It should tell you a lot. Where, goddamn me, she didn't even question or ask me why
you still had it on. That's my.
You know what I thought? You know what I thought, Kai? I thought she didn't see it. I thought, because sometimes I thought,
but she didn't ask.
This is what I'm saying. I could see.
I
could see if he went to the bathroom, and then he comes out, she's gonna think that he put that in the bathroom.
I'm gonna tell you why.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna tell you why the bike make it worse. Cause you hot, you sweaty.
Yes.
I smell like this. The other condom still smell like pussy.
Yeah.
And now you got lint in the next girl coochie. That's the first thing I thought about. Is lint in the coochie.
I'm gonna turn it into
that's we probably looking. We streaming on all of them. We never cut the water. Okay. Look, you might have just you lucky they got statute of limitations. I'm pretty sure it's against the law.
That is a yeast infection waiting to happen.
At the very least, Kai. At the very least,
what I do need you to take away from it, that I had safe sex,
but they didn't.
That was not safe. That was not.
He was. They wasn't.
Oh shit!
Exactly.
He was.
The name of the game is to protect yourself. I was protected.
Yeah, what they say, protect yourself at all times. Yeah. That's diabolical.
Exactly
No.
I don't. 2K, I don't want to hear women are evil anymore from you.
Right, because that's diabolical.
That was diabolical. And this would kill me, Kai. He knew he called 3 people up. So why wouldn't you have 3 condoms?
And they sell them with the 3-pack.
Listen, bro, I'm telling you, back then, the whole 3, it wasn't gonna fall through. It never falls through. All 3. But it did on this night. It must want no niggas in. I had to have the only dick in the town because all 3 of the bitches fell through. Hello? Hello?
I'm sorry, I have the wrong number.
You sure? This a hard number to mistake? Okay.
She hung up. She playing. That may be your stalker. It does. Look, see, you never was Boy Scout. They teach them to always be prepared. You should have been prepared. Yes, shout out to Court.
He was in the military, Kel. He should have been prepared.
That's right.
No. That was before my military day.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
That still don't give you the right to be nasty like that.
I was in high school.
That was gross. That was gross.
You was in middle school?
High school.
Oh, I about to say
that. And you know what, Kai? Because the fact he was in high school, that girl didn't think. Nobody thinks that's a used condom.
What?
She wouldn't have thought that.
No, she didn't know better.
Yeah,
but he did.
Keep in mind, I say a bike. I was on a bike. I had no car.
So sweating because
No bird bath, no nothing, just dick. Dick and smells.
Oh man.
And a bite. I'm gonna tell you that.
I know that room was funky.
I don't know. I'm pretty confident on smells, but because I was safe, I didn't care.
Right. I
was safe. Like I had safe sex, and they didn't. But whatever.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah. So listen, cause that's some of my darker stories. I got a bunch of those I never told before.
You should keep that to yourself. I see why. Some
you gotta
stuff
take
you
that one to the grave.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. I got to tell these stories, bro. I'm gonna come out with it.
Look, we appreciate it. The chat appreciate it. We definitely gonna have black.
These
cut that segment out.
These stories that you definitely got to drop.
Bro, listen, you think I'm not even the nastiest nigga you know.
Oh no, not at all.
And I believe
not
that.
at all.
I believe that.
I'm just the one that's not scared to tell it.
Yep.
Dime got a baby father. You had him on the show. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Shout out.
And y'all, I appreciate if y'all stop calling me nasty. I didn't do nothing wrong. I was perfectly safe. It was them two chicks that they had to deal with that. Cause why you just letting a nigga fuck?
You're right. What did I say earlier in the show?
Yep.
Wait until marriage. I said it. I said it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'll tell more another day. Not today though. One per. I told you about the time I was at Popeyes, and no. This ain't nasty. It was dirty though. I was at Popeyes in the drive-thru and I seen my ex behind her with her kids.
Oh, okay.
I ain't tell y'all about that.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was he at Pop? Yeah, we was definitely at Popeyes. And so I see my ex in the car and she got her kids, and you ever heard of paying for it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him pay for it, but after I paid for it, I told him to give me the food.
Wait, what?
Yeah, told him to give me the food. And so I pulled up, and then I'm seeing the woman at the window telling her I paid for it, go get the food from him. So she my ex, she laughing and shit, whatever, trying to come get the food, thinking we finna rekindle some shit. I threw the food clean up in the fucking air.
Why would you do that?
So she can have to go back around.
Them babies was hungry, Tukay.
Right, that was
They could have had the food, but she had to go. The whole purpose was her for to go back around that line and order all that shit again and wait.
You wanted her to feel you.
I hate that.
I get you.
Okay. Then you just wanted to do something evil. I get it.
I get
it.
Listen, I got a bunch of crazy stories. One time I peed all over my ex flow. And told her son did it so she could whoop his ass because he hit me.
That's
that's so mean.
Oh no, she tore his ass up too.
Are we sure you're not evil?
Right.
No, there were evil acts. I admit it.
Because my brain don't even think to do.
No, because listen, I'd have told this. They done heard this one. The little nigga hit me, bro, and she ain't do nothing.
You got his ass back.
Yeah, like
oh my goodness.
She would laugh with the little nigga.
But did you have kids at the time?
No, hell no.
Then you broke your own rule. You shouldn't have been messing with a woman that had kids.
I ain't say, hey, you can fuck them.
Nope, you shouldn't do that because then they'll get attached and then you open up a can of worms.
You still single? I don't care what you do when you get attached. What the fuck?
Okay. You saw what happened to Jody Arias.
But that's why I made the conscious decision. I never wanted my children with stepkids based off of the shit I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Because if that didn't work, if he didn't get a whooping for that, I was gonna have to take matters into my own hand. About pinching the little nigga or something.
How old was he? Because I'm invested now. How old would you think he was?
I want to say he was like 4 or 5. It was still cute enough where it looked like it was innocent, but he was old enough to know better.
Mm.
And then on top of that, the nigga looked just like his daddy, and I ain't like his daddy.
You should have just pinched the baby.
No,
she
you gotta
pinched
keep your hands to yourself.
I ain't put my hands on that nigga child, bro. Yeah, so shout out to him.
Dang, that's evil.
I feel bad for the nigga because his mama just had niggas just, why the fuck why am I able to come through and he up?
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
gonna grow up and he's gonna have issues and hate black women and it's gonna be a whole thing. We know the story.
Maybe he'll say his kid's life because he remember what 2K did to him.
He probably knows who you are.
Hey man, you that nigga that lied on you, right?
Yeah, 5 is one of the memory.
You can remember stuff from 5. I remember.
Don't do the justice. Y'all had to be there. Cause I had to wake up after, man. I pissed all over the floor in the bathroom. I know you lying. Yeah, y'all had to be there. Y'all had to hear the licks. Oh, that's why I don't want my kids having no stepdad. That's exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I can't. I'm not mad.
Please protect the kids, dog, from niggas like me.
Lord.
All right, y'all. We 5 minutes over. It's been real. Kels, you on tonight?
Yes. Yep. So you guys come on over, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You just put in Kellie Corinne show. I probably should put the link. And tonight we will be doing a special edition of my show, State of Affairs. It's going to be on Black fatherhood, where is it going, the transition, and we will have Tukay, Talks with Tukay, Black TV, Chop Mosley. He is a director. He has a new movie out on Tubi. I got to watch that later today. And Smithson podcast and my dad. So if you want to know what my dad looks like, yep, my dad will be there. And it will be 7 Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube. What's up? I ain't mad at you. So yeah, it'll be a good show. So we will be there, or we'll be here on YouTube.
All right, Kai, you got something coming up?
Yeah, so I will be dropping my first episode tomorrow on my channel. So if you guys want to go and subscribe, that is WWAN podcast here on YouTube and all the other social media platforms. I'm gonna do better. Make sure I put my handles and everything in the comments. Be more prepared. But yeah, you guys. I am a little nervous, so y'all definitely give me feedback. I am a big person. I love to take critiques, so come over there and check your girl out and give me some feedback.
All right,
find your page. Kai, I don't know. You got to put it in the chat.
Let me get it.
Yeah,
WWAN.
Yep. So WWAN podcast.
And it doesn't get easier, Kai. I will tell you, I'm nervous before I have my own show. I'm nervous every time, every Tuesday.
Me too.
Really? For real?
Yeah. I was just telling y'all the other day, I still get butterflies right before the show starts.
Yeah.
I think they go to the love of it. You care.
Could be. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. And
I just dropped it in the comments, so y'all go check me out.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. I thought I had it up. Okay. So we are going to end the stream and let me have this ready so I don't screw this up. All right.